Hey guys, welcome to Troy Time. Hey, check it out. We got a great one today. Okay, this is what we're doing, guys. We're going to show you an awesome automatic watering system today, okay? It's part of a series. We're deep in our series now, I think 5 or 6 videos in. We're showing how we combine different planting methods, okay? So what we're doing is over the course of many parts of a series, we're describing 6 fundamentally unique growing systems for hydroponic indoors, okay? There's lots of systems that are totally unique. I've prototyped them this winter, and I'm breaking them down and showing you all their different parts, okay? I'm calling this combined methods. So what we're doing is we're showing how different containers and different methods can cross-pollinate between the different systems and able to ensure anyone to be able to grow food. That's the goal. I want anyone to be able to grow food. Anyone that wants a garden, I want to be able to have a garden. We want to find the one that's right for you. We've barely scratched the surface on only about 2 of the methods, maybe mentioned a third one, but there's several, right? So all these things are very unique. This is apart from the normal hydroponics, the quote-unquote normal hydroponics that I'm doing on my large 4-foot grow racks upstairs. These are methods that I've employed in different parts of the house and for different reasons. So whether you want a garden that's very small or very wide or very tall, or a specific type of thing, I want everyone to be able to grow food indoors, especially and hydroponically, in a clean and very easy and very cheap way to do it, right? That's my goal. If you want a garden, I want to help you. I want you to have a garden. If you want a garden indoors, this is your place. You're going to see stuff you've never seen. You're going to see things you haven't seen on other channels. Today we're going to go over an awesome way of automatic watering a lot of these different plants. And we're also going to be answering some of the questions that you guys have asked on the methods I've already put out there, okay? So stay tuned. There's a lot of great material here, and there's even more coming. Make sure you like and subscribe, because there's so much stuff on the way, guys. I'm scurrying to get these videos made. I'm making 3 and 4 in a batch, and they're coming down the pike. So like and subscribe. Stay tuned. We got good stuff coming your way. But first, let's just mark on the map what we've covered and where we're going. Okay, guys, so let's just do a quick little review, put us on the map of where we're at, where we stand, and what we're going to cover next, okay? So this is our hydroponic mid-sized grow tower, okay? Right now I've got it on this little Target utility cart. That works great. I think that was $12 at Target. That's another good option if you don't want to do the DIY Lazy Susan that we did. This little $12 cart is great as well. I wouldn't use it in conjunction with the Lazy Susan. One or the other is best, okay? But anyways, let's get back to what we're talking about. So when we first started, we started talking about these green lids, okay? And I'll show you, the first way we started using them was with sprouting. And they work great with sprouting, guys. They really do. I'll show a couple pics here. You can grow a ton of food in a sprout jar with these green lids. But also, they work really good for microgreens, okay? You can grow lots of microgreens in these green lids, okay? I'll show you a couple other pictures. From there we realized that the green lids actually fit perfect inside of one of these stackable planters. So you could just put them in there and you could do a whole tower with just the microgreens if you wanted to, okay? But what we really liked is that green lid also fit into our red solo cups, okay? So what that did is that increased our reservoir. So now we have a nice big size cracky reservoir and we can grow lots of stuff. And that's gonna allow us then to not only grow just the microgreens, but to also to grow baby greens, okay? So using that cup as a reservoir, now we can do baby greens, we can do spinach, we can do cabbages, we can do all sorts of lettuces, we could do kale, just all kinds of different greens. You can grow baby greens using that cracky reservoir with that green lid. And if you're going to use that, then you do want to go through and make a few bigger holes, okay? When you're going to grow the baby greens, they're probably going to be there for about 4 weeks. And so the small holes of something like this They may initially the roots may have enough room, but as they grow bigger, they're going to get choked out a little bit. So you're going to want to punch some bigger holes in there. Originally, I tried with a nail, and it just cracked the plastic. So a soldering iron is the best way to go. Just touch the tip right there and just push it in, and it'll melt around the squares around it, and just have a few bigger holes. Okay, a few bigger holes so that as the roots grow on your baby greens, that will give them the room to expand a little bit. Okay. We also talked about using the double cup method here. I've got it with just the clay pebbles, but you can also do that with dirt if you were doing the double cup method. And the big benefit of that is that instead of just having that small little cup for a reservoir, this entire stackable planter right here, that whole level can be the reservoir for whatever plant you want to put in there. So it's not going to get root bound, and it's going to be real easy to fill with nutrients, and it's going to just have a huge nutrient reservoir because it's using the whole level of the whole planter level. Okay, so that's what we've covered so far. You can tell there's lots of spaces left on the tower, and that's good because soon we're going to be covering more plants, okay? We're going to be talking about how to do tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, all sorts of things like that in this little mid-sized tower, okay? So that's what's coming up for this. But before we get too far down the line, I want to go and finish up on these green lids because there's another great tool that they can be used for back at our other station. So let's go check that out. Okay guys, let's talk about how easy it is to use one of these green seed lids as an automated watering system, okay? All you need is a little bit of water in the bottom of a plate, right? And then you just fill up a jar with one of these green seed lids and tilt it over. Because it's got that mesh seal, it's going to create like a little vacuum there. It's going to create just like a siphon, and it will just bleed off water super slowly, just as needed, okay? You can move it around on the plate however you like, and it's going to be perfectly calibrated for all those other little seed trays that are sitting there because they're the exact same item. So the water's going to be perfect. Okay, it's perfectly calibrated for all the other little tray lids, all right? If you needed a little bit more water, you just tilt it back like this, and it'll fill just a little bit more as needed, okay? So it works out just awesome. And it's just sitting there perfectly, no modification needed at all, all right? If you did find that there was just a little bit more water that you wanted, maybe you had a different tray lid or something in there, and you just wanted to adjust the water just a little higher, you can do that very easily. What I recommend for that is this little trick right here. I'm going to show you next. All you need is just like a little clear Tupperware lid, all right? I'll show you here. I got one out of my drawer just like that. And you're just going to slide it on the back and create just a slight level, a slight little hill or an incline. And when you do that, then the water will be just a little bit deeper on the lower part of the incline, okay? So it'll make that pool just a little bit deeper for those little sprouts and for those microgreens that are down there. It works out awesome, guys. Couldn't be simpler, all right? No modifications needed, totally ready, good to go. Excellent use of this green lid, automatic waterer, okay? Love this thing. Super simple. What more could you ask for, guys? This is awesome. Okay, yeah, so here's a couple different views, and you can see the water's just holding steady right there. The little legs create just enough gap, and the mesh will allow a vacuum to form, and it'll just make a nice little way of distributing water just in an automated function. As it evaporates, it'll fill and keep that same level. It works out awesome, and I just love the multifunctionality that we're getting out of these lids and used in so many different ways, and now we're using them to do automatic watering, okay? And so, yeah, it's just working great, super easy, super inexpensive. Each one of these lids costs about $1, okay? And you can tell when you lift it up, almost not a drop spilled, right? So it's perfect. As long as you move it quickly, you just quickly plop it down or quickly pull it out. The mesh will act as an inhibitor so that water doesn't spill out all over. And the microgreens love it. I've been growing different ones on these here. We've been moving these around a little bit, but yeah, they've been mostly growing right in the on the tray here with the automatic waterer. And you can tell the roots are there. They're loving it. They're super healthy. They're doing awesome. If you had to adjust the water, you can make it a little deeper or a little, shallower, depending upon where you put that the level on the bottom. But it just works out awesome. It's like it's perfectly calibrated for these lids, guys. Here's a different side view. You can see that. But yeah, it's just super easy, and that's going to last for days and days and days. You have to refill it, no problem. Stick another one right on there, no problem. It just comes out so easy, right? So nice. Yep. And then if it was empty, you could just refill it and then plop it right back in there, obviously. So yeah, automatic water. I mean, what's more to be said? Perfect, man. just a beautiful thing. I hope you like it. I hope you like my channel. I hope you subscribe. Still one other little trick I want to show you here on this. Now, because we've got the position open in the back, it's going to allow you to cross put a tray there. That way, instead of just using the green lids for multiple types of microgreens, if you want to do an entire tray of the same thing, then you would use this method. You could also employ this method if you had something that needed that much more root space, like your larger microgreens, like your mung beans, and also your baby lettuces and stuff. They're going to need a little bit more root space and that little air gap. So by putting the bottle in the back in that little space, it's going to allow you to do those larger things and just have an awesome way of auto watering an entire plate. So here's the mung beans. You can tell the auto waterer is set up just perfect, and they're just perfect with the roots coming down. You just wouldn't plant on the edges. It's just come in like a ½ inch on each edge, and then it'll stay right into the water. You can cover them just like usual to keep the microgreens in the dark, because mung beans are kept in the dark. And then you can also cover them with a towel, super simple, all while it's being auto-watered. So you can keep it in the dark, covered, all while it's still being auto-watered with this method, right? So it's just amazing, guys. It's awesome. So one more great thing to add to the list, and it's just working great. That's the auto-waterer with these green seed lids, and lots of stuff coming up, guys. Be sure and like and subscribe. I'm having a blast. My very next video, we're going to be going back, and we're going to be going we're going to detail a little bit how to do the microgreens with the green lids in the tower. We're going to go back to that, and I'll cover a few more details that people were asking about. But yeah, but for this video, I just want to cut it here. This is just awesome, guys. I hope you're using this. I hope you're doing this. We're going to be moving right back into some more videos coming soon. I'm doing them in groups and bunches, so check back every day, okay? So like this channel, subscribe this channel, share these videos, right? We want everyone growing food. I want to help you grow food, especially indoors, guys. If you want a garden, I want to give it to you, right? This is Troy time. I hope you're having a blast. Leave some notes in the comments. Let me know how you guys are doing and what you like. This is Troy time. I'm out.